The point that we really want you to focus upon is that you are vibration more than you are anything else. And it is your vibrational offering that causes everything that comes into focus to be. So everything about your body, everything about your acquaintances, everything about the way you move through life, everything about the way everything touches you is about your vibrational offering over which you have complete control, but usually don't exercise it all that well. Most people are offering most of their vibration in response to what they are observing, and they are not all that particular about what they are observing. So for most, it sort of goes like this. You see something, you have an emotional response to it. That emotional response brings more like it, which you have another emotional response to, which brings more like it, which you have another emotional response to. And these emotional responses are only indicators of vibrational standpoint, vibrational stance. So when you decide that you want to exercise more control over your vibrational standpoint, if we were standing in your physical shoes, the way we would go about it is we would decide that we would approach it from an emotional basis rather than from a thought basis. So as we began here today, we said to you, do you like the way contrast causes you to focus? Now we want to say to you, do you like the way you are able to feel within the contrast that surrounds you? That's a much more productive way of putting it to you. Do you like the way you are able to feel living in the contrast that surrounds you? And if the answer to that is yes, then that means you're focused in a way that you're not contradicting the vibration of who you really are. So you're in alignment much of the time with who you are. So you're tuned in, tapped in, turned on, and your point of attraction is wonderful because you have the leverage of source energy, you have the leverage of all that you call good right there offering a vibration with you. And when you are in that vibrational patterning, only good things can come to you. Did we get your attention at all about that? Do you know that you can control your point of attraction? Do you know that you can control the way you feel? Well, if you know that, then you know everything. And so you know everything. That's all there is to know. Once you know that, you've got it figured out. Then the rest of it is just exercising the knowledge that you know until you're really sort of good at it. Till you're just sort of kind of good at it. You don't have to be really good at it. You just have to be sort of kind of good at it. Because if you're sort of kind of good at it, then sort of kind of good things keep coming to you. And the more things come that you appreciate, and the more you do appreciate, the more you focus upon those things that you appreciate, then the more you practice that vibrational patterning. So when we talk about your point of attraction, we're talking about all of the things you draw to yourself. Yes. But we're talking about much more than the cars you bring or the money you bring or the physical friends you bring. We're talking about your bringing to yourself, better said, you're allowing of yourself, better said, you're blending with yourself. You're allowing the blending of who you really are to be present and focused in this time-space reality, in this precise moment in time. You know what are the things you like to do? Do you like to go to concerts where music moves you? Do you like to put your headphones on and just walk and listen? Do you like to go to comedy clubs, or do you like to walk through gardens? Do you like to be with children? What are the things that ring your bells the most? Because when you think of the things, those instances in life, those high points, you were standing at the top of a mountain. Maybe you climbed up it for a little while. Maybe it took you an hour. Maybe it took you 2 hours. Maybe it took you a few days. But when you climbed up there and looked over that edge and saw what you saw and felt that exhilaration, have you ever done that, or have you just seen the movie? Well, in either case, when you feel that exhilaration, when you feel those high peak moments, we want you to understand that that is the way you intended to live, moment by moment, hour by hour, day by day, in this physical life experience. You didn't plan on coming and just sort of grinding it out and occasionally carving out a day off where you could go do something fun. That was not your plan. It was your plan to be so presently focused in the variety that surrounds you that the variety would inspire you to clarity of desire. And it was your intention to guide your attention appreciatively upon the new ideas that were born within you continually, in order to allow the full point of view from the full source within you to be present in your moment with you. Not just an occasional peak moment, but a constant peak moment of blending and alignment. You use words like clarity. Do you know what clarity is? Clarity is source thinking with you and you knowing the thought of source. That's clarity. Do you know what humor is? It's you enjoying the spontaneousness of the moment and source enjoying it with you, and you being so on the wavelength of it that the depth and breadth of this insight is so significant that the wholeness of who you are is having the moment in time.